Hello dear friends, my name is Jitendra Bapna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we are going to learn how to externalize a SQL query instead of hard coding the SQL query at a database connector. So generally when we configure a database connector like a select operation, in that case you have to pass a query to fetch the result from the database. So generally we hard code that query at a connector level. So there are various options that we can externalize that SQL query in properties file or in .sql file. We will going to see both the example. So basically, if you see, this is my SQL database, and I have one database that schema which is known as a MuleSoft. Within that schema, I have one table like select star from MuleSoft dot test. So I have one table. So simply I will execute that query. So it fetch me a one record. Okay, so there is only one record in that particular table. So let me start uh, with my Anypoint Studio. So generally I will just say file new mule project, then I will say MySQL demo simple, and I will simply say finish. Once I will complete finish, so it will create a MuleSoft application for you. The first thing I will search for a database connector, right? So like with database connector, I will use a select operation. So I drag and drop a select operation. Now the next thing I have to configure a connector configuration. I will click on this plus sign. Then I will select what kind of connection. So you can select generic connection or you can make use of MySQL connection. In this case, I am using MySQL as a database. So I will use MySQL database. Then I will say configure, add recommended libraries. Okay. Then I am using a local host and port number is 3306. User is root. Then my password of SQL server, MySQL server. Then you have to provide the schema name or database name, which is MuleSoft in my case. Then just say test connection. If everything is good, so it will say test connection is successful. Okay. Now, and now I can write select. So right now I am hard coding this query. I will say select star from test. Okay. So that is my hard coding of the query. Then I can say scheduler. So then so we will get the result in the form of object. We can convert into JSON using transform message. I will drag and drop a transform message. Then I can simply say payload, and instead of Java output I will say JSON output. Okay. Then finally I will log the payload. Okay, simple. Once I've done this, I will just change the scheduler to every 20 seconds. So I don't want to keep on running. Then I will just run the application. So right now, if you can see in my example, I have hard coded this query, right? So is there any way we can externalize this query? Yes, we will going to see in some minute. Okay, I am waiting for my application to start. Okay, so let's wait while my application is getting started. So you can see it fetched the one record which is available in your MySQL database. So it has successfully fetched the record. Now the next thing, I want to externalize this thing. Like I don't want to hard code this query in my this select statement, right? So I can create a new properties file. Just a minute. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Let me do Windows perspective package explorer. Just a minute. Perspective show view. Okay, so this is my project explorer, and also I will yeah. So where is my application? What was the name of application? MySQL demo. Okay, so this application is running and you can see it continuously fetching the record. So now what I will do, I want to externalize the SQL query. So either you can make use of properties file. So I will create one simple properties file under source main resources. So I can say file. So simply I will say test dot properties, finish, right? So here I can, in property, I can define SQL.query, which is equals to, so I can copy the query from the SQL query text and I can paste it here. Okay, simple. So you can simply select star from test. Now once you have defined the query in test.properties, you can go to global element. You can create, you have to tell where is your configuration property located. So you have to tell that you have to configure it test.properties. I can say okay, simple. Now I will go to connector. In connector, instead of doing this, I can pass SQL.query. This is the my property name, right? So you can simply say SQL.query in the connector. I can pass this. Now I can save the application and it will redeploy the application once I'll save it. So let's wait. So like now what we have done, we have moved our query from connector to the properties file. So that's one option. So we have other options also. If you don't want to keep up like a query in the properties file, so we will see the other options also. So it fetches the record, you can see that. But let's consider if I want to put some condition, like I want to fetch the record on the basis of ID. So I can put where ID is equals to, and this colon ID is the variable, and we have to pass this variable value basically, right? So this is my whole query. So this ID is my variable. So what I can do, I can go to MySQL. I can do one thing, set variable, right? Within set variable, what I will do, I will say ID, and with ID I will say 1. Now in select, what you can do, now you have to pass that ID, right, to that select query. So here you have an input parameter. Click on this fx and go to this and just say ID is vars dot ID. That's it, simple. So that is how you can also assign the variables in that query. So let's wait while application is starting. Let me check what happened. Let me check vars.id. Select star from test. And everything is perfect. This ID vars.id, this is fine. Let me stop and restart the application. Let me save it. Let's wait while application is starting. So you can see the record has been successfully fetched. So that is how you can also pass a variable in your query, basically a where condition in your query basically. Now second thing what we will do, I don't want to do in the properties file. Instead of that, I want to create a SQL file. So what I can do, I can remove this. So apart from that, like I can remove this set variable. Also I can remove this properties. So what I can do, I can create a new folder called SQL in source main resources. Within that, I can create one file which is like test query.sql. Simple, finish. So what I can do, I can open this with text editor. Then I can say select star from test. So this time I save my query. I have written my query in text query.sql file. Then I can go to this particular flow and I can go to select statement. In select, I don't want variable this time, so I can remove this. I can stop this. Now I can say dollar curly bracket file colon colon. So SQL, then you have a like which file, you can say test query dot SQL, like that. So you can access this file using this particular syntax, file colon colon SQL, because you have a folder under your build path and the file name. That's it. Save it. So you can see now it's reading the file, like it's reading the query from this SQL test queries.sql and fetching the result back to you. Okay. Now same way, like you can put the where conditions also. So I can put where id is equals to id. I can save it. Okay, you can close down. So if you again open with text editor, better to open with text editor. So you can see id equals to id. Now I have to set the variable. I have to set this id. So I can simply say id 1. Just I'm hard coding. You can make it dynamic also. Fx function. Then I can simply say id equals to var dot id. Right. So let me save the application. So let's wait. So you can see it fetched the record. If I change the id to 2, let me save the application, it should fetch the empty result, because there is a no, like it fetched the empty result. You can see that, right? Because we don't have any record with id 2, that's why. Okay, so that is how you can externalize your SQL queries. You know, there I have shown you two approach. One, you can make it a properties file, and other you can make it a .sql file in your build path basically. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please click on like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.